Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check one. I see. What up to everybody out there? I see a lot of people just do streams like this and get away with it. And I'm like, why can't I ever do that? Like, why I always got to be on the camera? Why can't I not be on? It never happens like that for me. Every time I'm on these streams, I gotta show myself and everything else like that. It's just weird. I don't understand it. Everyone else gets to get away with that shit. But what up to my people out there, all y'all out there? I just turned this on real quick. No warning or anything like that. You know what I mean? So anyone who does show up, I appreciate you. You know what I mean for showing up. I hope everyone is doing good. You know what I mean? Hope everybody's having a good day. Hope you had a great week. Hope all blessings that you wanted in life have happened for you. I wish nothing but the best for you. And hopefully everything is going good. Let's say what up to a couple of people who's out here. We got Sydney's in the building rocking with us right now. We got Jesse in the building rocking with us right now. Andrew is up in here rocking with us. Fred is in here right now. Isis Blue is in here rocking with us now. What up to all y'all people? I'm sure that there'll be more people. Come. Andrew says, the season 3, they have to bring it. Luckily, it's so weird they can go in any direction, but they have to bring. I agree. I think that season 2. I'm not going to say they dropped the ball, but I will say that they did mess up on a couple of fronts. Number one, I would say that they made the creatures not as scary as they were in season 1, right? And basically, I don't know if they can actually come back from that either. I don't think that at any point during season 2 was I afraid that one of these creatures were going to get any of the main cast or even the secondary characters. I had no fear of that whatsoever. I just did not at all. I just knew that they were not going to catch them or do anything like that. You know what I mean? So that I would say would be something else that they have to do. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I would think that they would have to somehow, you know what I mean, get this done somehow. I don't know how, because just the way they did it in its nature, it's just like the monsters. Yes, let's make the monsters great again. Let's get that popping and everything else. They introduced new story and characters without giving answers or development. I agree. I think that they could have gave a little more development and answered some of the questions. But we did get a little bit of answers. I'm not going to sit here and bash them and say they didn't give us anything. They did give us some stuff, right? We got a few in, not a lot. You know what I mean? Not a lot. And I'm not here to say, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna lie about it and kiss their ass and just be like they gave us everything we were looking for. They did. They did. Unfortunately, they did. I really wish they would have. But they didn't. They did not answer a lot of these photos, pictures, and drawings that we say we should have. We should have gotten more. I agree with y'all 100%. Whoever says that, without a shadow of a doubt, they should have definitely given us more than what they gave us. I 100% agree. I think that they dropped the ball on that. So on those two aspects, I think you're 100% right that they should have gave us more than that. We got a lot of new mysteries, but they didn't give us all the answers that we're looking for, and it's not right. You know what I mean? You need to give us a little bit more than what you were giving us and stuff. You introduced new characters, as you said. We don't have a lot of backstory on these characters without figuring out some mystery. So what would be some of the mysteries? We'll say the Jade situation, right? They need to have done a little bit better. We got some finally communication. We got Jade going inside the cave, right? We got that. We got the answer to the symbol, right? That it was the skylight that the kids were looking at when they were. We don't know if they're being sacrificed, but it's a good chance that they were, right? So we got that. That was a good thing. But as for like, we got more suspicion about a mole. Is there a mole? Is there not a mole? We got more suspicion there. We didn't get any substance of the voice on the radio. We have no idea who the voice of the radio is still. In fact, Jim's whole storyline this season kind of sucked, I would say. Jim being suckered in by Randall and Randall going too far and everything else. It kind of sucked. And how does Randall come back? from all that? I mean, what do they do? You know what I mean? How do they keep this character around after what he did? I mean, should Randall go in the box? I'm asking y'all in the chat. Let me know what you think. Should Randall go in the box? Should he be in the box for what he did? Maybe I can make that a poll question. I know I don't really I gotta go into this poll stuff and all that stuff, but let me see if I could do it. Because I'm saying that it's a good chance that dude deserves to be in the box. I think that if anyone does, and especially the way Kenny was acting, I mean, he's got to go. What is this thing that's freezing up on me? Oh my god! Now it doesn't want to work on. Go here, and then I have to go here, then I have to mute it. That, and then I can make this poll. Let me get this poll going for you and everything else. There we go. Ask that real quick. All right. So yeah, should he be in the box? Should Randall go in the box for what he did? This is a situation that they're probably gonna have to deal with, right? You would think so. I would think so. Yeah, I'm good. KCA is like, I hope you're well. I am well. Thank you so much. There's no problem going on over here and everything else. It's been busy. I've been busy. You know, I told everyone knows I'm writing a novel and stuff. So I've been busy working on the novel and getting all that stuff done. I've accomplished 3 chapters more. I've added to the novel so far. So we're almost there. We just got to keep plugging away, and we will. Hopefully, we get it done by next week, and we'll be able to, get the final edit done within the next couple of months. But that's what I think. I think that, I think Randall has to go in the box. How do you keep him? I mean, if let's put it like this: if he is still there and he is not in the box, not put in the box, then Donna is the mole. Then there's no doubt that Donna is the mole. If she does not put this man in the box, it's impossible that she's not the mole, because that would be the only way. And I do think that she most likely is the mole. If you ask me, I think that she is. You know what I mean? Because I think Randall's going to turn out to be right, but he just went about it on the wrong actions. But he's going to be right. Again, we haven't seen Donna really threatened by these monsters, and they should have left her chained out there to the tree and see exactly what happened. They should have went that route and seen everything was going on. You know what I mean? but yeah, I think that Randall can't be trusted. So if you're gonna put anyone in the box, I just don't know how what are you gonna put him back in his truck? He doesn't live in Colony House. He doesn't live in the houses. Are you gonna put him back on his bus and just leave him on the bus and just let him sit out there? I mean, you can't trust the dude at all. You see what he's willing to do. I mean, if he's willing to do what he did, how can Donna advocate that she wants him around? How is she going to be able to do that? I mean, I don't see how it's possible that she could do that, especially if she is the leader of Colony House. So how is it possible for her to say, he should stay alive? He's got to stay there. I think she has to say that he has to go in the box, and Boyd has to accept, because if he pulled that same shit, let's break it down. Donna's the leader of Colony House. Boyd is the leader of the town. If he did that shit to Kenny or Boyd, he'd be in the box. Right? I mean, it wouldn't even be a question. If he went to Boyd and tied Boyd to a tree and gave a knife and said, "Let's dance," right? If he did this shit, he'd be definitely in the box. Definitely. Right? Without a doubt. If he did it to Kenny, he'd definitely be in the box, without a doubt. So what's the difference doing it to Donna? I mean, he did it to Donna. He's got to go. I couldn't trust the guy, me personally. Just couldn't do it. What up, Mandrell? Let's go. I just Randall was in shock. He has to be extended grade. Yeah, he wasn't in no damn shock. He was scheming. He beat her in the head and kidnapped her. He beat her in the head. In spying techniques. You know, I mean, so I can't go along with that. TNX Jesus says TNX. He says Randall will bust out all the windows to that house. Yeah, he is. You never know. That motherfucker may bust out all the windows to the houses at nighttime. You have no idea. You couldn't trust him. He couldn't be trusted. I think Randall has to go. And if they don't go, then there's something sneaky going on about him. Something sneaky going on about Donnie's character. Something sneaky going on about him if they don't kill him or let him go in the box. Something's going on with them, without a shadow of a doubt. What if that whole thing was a ploy between Donna and him? What if they did that on purpose to make everyone think they don't like each other when they're really working with each other? You never know. Right? You just don't know that things like that could happen and stuff. Now, Randall's definitely suspect, without a doubt. He's definitely suspect. So we got Victor's pictures up here, and we're gonna go through a couple of these pictures and everything else while we talk about this. What we got next season. I would say that I did the Invasion video, the first episode of Invasion season 2. Not a lot of views on the video, but I'm still going to maintain it. I'm still going to maintain and keep going on it. So I'm not going to give up on the show. I'm going to keep the show going, and we'll see. And if it doesn't get a lot of views, it really doesn't matter. I like the show. I mean, listen, if I'm in episode 8 and I'm only getting 1,000 views, then I most likely will stop, man, because it's just not enough for my time. It's just not worth it anymore, and everything. It's all got to be everything else and all that. Andrew is saying, so what is going on anyway? Are we still saying I'm saying it's aliens. It's my damn theory. I ain't never gonna get off that shit until it's proven otherwise. So that's what it is. JJ says, would Randall go in the box? Why? Yes, he would go in the box before Sarah. I think that's easy too. Sarah brings something to the table. Sarah's connected to the place. She talks to people in her head. Right? She's got stuff going on. You need Sarah. You don't need this motherfucker. He don't bring shit to the table. You know, and everything else. And again, you know, I call him the bootleg Chris Evans. You know, me and Phil made that up, bootleg Chris Evans. You know what I mean? And we do call him that. You know, he's a cool cat. You know, we do call him that, and that was made up by Phil and I. And I know a lot of other people adopted that name for him and stuff like that. But you know, that's just what it is. So he should definitely go in the box, without a doubt. They're probably made on what is there a process being made on the strikes? I don't think there is anything worth reporting right now on the strike. The strike is still what it is. It's still striking. There's no progress. There's nothing. There's been no going to the table. I think the strike could take 6 months. I don't see it going away anytime soon. I don't see it being solved by January. I still think they'll be on strike in January. Man, this happened before, you know, and when Hollywood went on strike and with actors and everything else, and they did this strike situation, that's why they started doing all that reality TV shit. That's when you got and the COVID situation too. Is a big reason why you got a lot of reality TV stuff. You know, you got the Tiger King and all that stuff during that and all that good stuff. You know. Yes, you are correct. The Peripheral was canceled, even though they greenlit season 2. They did cancel it, and they said that the reason why they canceled it was because it would take, you know, another 2 years before it came out because of the strike. So that's why they canceled it, which was stupid. It's one of the best shows Amazon had, and I don't know why they would cancel the show. They should have just put it on the back burner. But I guess what they're seeing is like by the time you get to shoot the show and everything else, it's gonna be 2 years from now with the strike going on and everything. So yeah, the strike's gonna ruin everything. And he said I didn't get any notifications about your invasion reviews. Oh, it's there. Maybe you got to make sure that you when you click that bell that you got all notifications. But it's been up. It's been I think I'm the only one doing reviews on it on all of YouTube. There may be one other person. That's it. So listen, it's not there yet. The show is not popular yet, but we'll see. I'm still willing to give it a shot. I think it's a good show. So we're gonna keep going and see what happens. Did you watch Twisted Metal? Is it the video game adaptation? Is that what that show? I didn't watch it. Did they make it off the video game? I'm going to do a video about the Amazon doing the God of War because they're doing God of War, and I'm nervous that they're doing it and everything else. I'm nervous about them doing that. Did you see? Yeah, I watched all the Foundation. I watched all the Silo. I should have did reviews. I wanted to do reviews on them, but I didn't get around to it. But I next time I definitely will. I'll do Silo and I'll do all the reviews for these Apple TV shows that I watch too. Just the one came out when From was on, and when From is on, I just give my 100% attention to From. That's it. So House of the Dragon should still be done. You know what I mean? It should still get done in time. I don't think that there's anything bad going on there. Most of the actors are from Britain, so it doesn't affect them. So they're still shooting. It should be done, but there's only going to be 8 episodes. It won't be 10 episodes this year. House of the Dragon, and they said they did that to make sure every episode is action packed and not a filler. So they're going to only do 8 episodes this year of House of the Dragon. So House of the Dragon fans, rejoice! You're about to get House of the Dragon next year. And it'll be 8 episodes. So hopefully it lives up to those 8. We'll see. I'll be covering it as always. I'll still be covering it and doing stuff on it, even though it's a very crowded space, but I will not back down. I'll still keep doing everything else. Angie wants to know, does it seem like they are bringing people with specific skills into are we calling it Fromville or Fromland? What are we calling it? Fromville? Into Fromville. I mean, I'm looking at the skill set of these people that are here. Let's go. We know they brought in Chrissy's girlfriend just to fuck with them. So that was it. We didn't need another nurse. We already had that. The bus driver, we don't know what she does. She's a bus driver. I don't think they need no driving skill. So she's out. Tilly don't do shit. So I don't know what the hell she's doing there. Randall is a hothead. Elgin would be the way, you know what I mean? Elgin would be the one, having seizures that's connected to the place and having everything. But in the end, what did all this with Elgin, what did it bring? He threw up because he seen the little boy in white. I mean, it just doesn't make it like that. It just doesn't. It didn't. You should have gave me more with him. You know what I mean? It should have been a bigger reveal. I mean, listen, I know that they wanted the big reveal to be Tabitha at the end, right? I know that's what they were going for, and that was going to be it. And Tabitha was going to be at the end, and she's going to, escape, escape from Fromville, and supposedly, and that was what was going on. I understand that, you know what I mean? But it just was, to me, it fell a little flat. And I love the show, and I'm not, but I'm gonna have to give them the truth. You know what I mean? It makes no sense for me to sit here and lie and tell them everything was great when it's not. I'm going to give them the truth, and I think I love the show, and I want the show to be better. But I think they need to do something else. The Elgin with the lake thing, as Betrayed King is bringing up, we didn't see nothing about that. Him getting drowned by the woman. What is that all about? I mean, what was it about? They didn't even express anything about it. You know what I mean? Like, he got drowned in the tub and they never talked about it again. It was like, oh, this guy woke up throwing up water. It wasn't until the actor came on this channel and we talked to him, we got more in-depth details about it. of how much water he threw up and everything else. They didn't give us anything like that. So, they got to step it up. They really do. I mean, this is the make or break season, I think, for 'em. You know what I mean? This season 3 is what it's going to be. Either they're going to do a good job on season 3, or it's going to get canceled. I think that's it. I think season 3, it works or it's over, and that's what it's going to be. This has got to be the takeoff season for them. If it doesn't take off, that's going to be the end of the show. And it's sad to say, I hate to say it, but from what I've seen with Hollywood recently, especially as fast as they cut shows off, that'll be it. Look, they're great shows that got canceled quick. I mean, I can go through them. I like going on Netflix real quick. That Bad Blood on Netflix. 2 seasons. This is a really good show, Bad Blood, and they got rid of it. Never came back with it. That show was great. The show when they were investigating the serial killers. What the hell's the name of that show when they're investigating the serial killers? That show. What'd that get? 2 seasons. That show was great and it's gone. So this because we love shows and everything, they got to get it right. This season's got to be it. They got to come with some shit. Something's got to happen. And the whole thing about it too is that I like these actors. Like, number one, they not feel like, I mean, I know they are. They're regular people like us. You know what I mean? They got regular jobs, a bunch of them, and everything else. You know what I'm saying? They just trying to make it in the business. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are young and trying to make it, and a lot of them, this is Harold's first starring role for himself. He's been in a lot of TV shows, but always as a secondary character. This is his show. I want to see this show work for all these people. I do. So, yeah, Mindhunters. Thank you very much, Lord Raven. That is exactly the name, Mindhunters. They got to do it. And this is going to be the season. Season 3, they got to start. This has got to be a Red Wedding-esque, if you watch Game of Thrones fan, season. It has to be some mind-blowing shit on this that pushes over the top. They can't do it like they did this season with, we're going to start and we're going to have the new people show up and then we're going to go into the night and then the house is going to fall on Jim and he's going to sit out there and the kid's going to wake up and scream, and somehow this monster, which is still unexplainable to me, it can't be explained. How the hell did that monster with the dress down there standing up and grab that guy and kill him? That guy was right next to Jim. It wasn't like he was like behind Jim or he was in a different room. He was literally right next to him. All right, the dude was next to him. How was that monster standing up on both feet when the house was collapsed on them? How did it stand up, the monster there? Like, I don't understand. I could see the monster crawled over to him and bit him, but that monster was standing up and leapt. Where was that space? I didn't see that space in there. I mean, maybe from the angle, I don't know. I didn't see that space. I don't understand it. But it's things like that. You got to come faster with this shit. You know what I mean? You got to come faster. Listen, Jim should have died then. If you're going to put the people in that situation, Jim should have died. Or got his leg bit off. And now he's walking around with one leg. Something should have happened to Jim. He should have got out scot-free. The fact that the whole main cast got out scot-free. No one died. Except for the bartender. And then the girl got the rod in her head, but we didn't care about her. We didn't really care about the bartender. We got this whole nightmare thing which could have been great. That, if people go to sleep, they dying, but no one from the main cast even died. They solved that within a day. They got to do better. I mean, I'm being honest. And I'm here to help them do better by telling them to put me on the writing team. Put me on the writing team. I'll get this shit going. You know what I mean? But you got to get these people got to go. You have to somehow, the reason why Game of Thrones was good in the beginning, right? The reason why it was good in the beginning was because it was a chance that anybody could die at any time. Right? Anyone. That is what made Game of Thrones great. From the first season, it gave you the feeling that anyone could die by killing Father Khatri. It gave you that feeling. You killed Father Khatri, you killed the main character. You know what I mean? It made you think anyone could die. And this season took all that away. When you have Ellis, and listen, beautifully shot scene with Ellis fleeing Colony House, Elgin driving. It was shot amazingly. It looked great on TV. But when you have her and Fatima get out, and these monsters are literally in arm's reach of them, and they can't catch them, then something's wrong. Something's wrong. I mean, literally, you can go back and look at the footage. They are literally in arm's reach. But when they wanted Father Khatri, that motherfucker reached out and grabbed him and sliced his neck. Right? So you gotta do it. You can't do that. You can't insult the viewer. You can't make the viewer, question what you're doing. Listen, we know no horror shows. There's a bunch of horror shows. We know all about horror shows that they're gonna be, girls, white girls who run and then they fall and they always fall and they get back up. We know that. I'm not saying anything else like that. I'm just saying that when you can't put these people in these positions, you see Randall run off and they go walk behind him. You see the one guy shake hands with the monster. I mean, hug giving the fingers to the monster, saying "fuck you." But in the end, I mean, even when Boyd went out there and killed the monster, right? Let's break down that whole scene. He goes out there. Why didn't they rush him? Why didn't they just rush Boyd? You seen how they rushed Trudy, right? They all got around Trudy as fast as fucks and surrounded Trudy. But to Boyd, they like standoffish. Like, don't even go within arm's distance of the guy. But when Trudy's there, they all up on her, sniffing her hair and everything else. But they ain't even in arm's distance of Boyd, and this guy just allows him to cut his throat and does nothing about it, and then put his hand there on his neck. Like you got you gotta. It's things like that. It's got to be believable. God damn it! It's unbelievable to me. From you have to be consistent with the characters, and there's nothing that you showed me from season 1 that made me believe that those monsters would react like that. That's what I'm saying. Consistency, right? When you see the zombies in the White Walkers or zombies or whatever you want to talk about, they act the same. If you get that close to a zombie, it's going to bite your finger. This motherfucker just smiled at him and let him slice his neck. What are you going to do? Is he going to do the kid and play dance with him next time? What have you done to kid and play with him? Is that what's going to happen? Are they going to start doing the YMCA and shit? And the monster's going to do it back at him while they're doing it outside? Is that what's going to happen here? What's next? I need some consistency. God damn it. You got to give me something here. Right? I'm just saying. Let's be honest. I love the show. I love it. But nothing is above criticism. Not even me. I can stand to lose maybe 5 pounds. God damn it, I can. And so what? I'm working on it. So they need some work too, God damn it. We all need some work. The hell's going on here? Are they gonna do the lift like fucking Dirty Dancing? Is boy gonna grab that one chick and she's gonna run and he's gonna hold her in the air and scream, "I'll have the time of my life"? Is that what's gonna happen in here with the fucking bride monster? I needed to be consistent. That's all. That's all I'm asking for. Asking for nothing more than that. I'm just saying, I want the show to succeed. I like these actors. I like the show. I like my community. I don't want to see it get pulled in season 3. And I'm afraid that it could if it goes that same route. That's just me. That's just the way I feel about it. You know, so they got to step it up. So these things that I'm seeing, it just wasn't working for me. I mean, when you had Julie, and you had, you know, Randall, and you had all of them there, right? And they're screaming, ah, ah, ah. One of them gotta die. One of them has to go. They can't all 3 be saved. Then it was never a threat then. You understand what I'm saying? You had 3 of them like that. One of them had to go. Can't have all 3 of them that scream, ah, 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 and then no one dies. Someone had to go. You could have killed that crackhead chick off. Could have killed the crackhead. How far is the storyline going anyway? Get rid of her. It's time to chop her up. Should have got her out of there. I mean, the significant one would be killed Julie, but I like Julie, like the actress. I don't want her going. I like Hannah. Hannah, my homegirl. I don't want to see Hannah go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see her going nowhere. But I mean, that would have been the best one to kill off because that would have had the most emotional impact. I mean, you can't say that there's a new threat and this motherfucking monster is rubbing one out. Sarah's holding a hand and shit, right? He's holding the head, Sarah, and she's got blood coming out of the nostrils. And she's going to Kenny. Oh, it got off when it touched your arm, Kenny. It got off. It started jerking off. What's this? And then it don't kill nobody. It didn't kill nobody. You can't have that shit. Can't do that shit, man. You gotta take somebody out when you're saying you have a threat like that, right? Go through it all. Go through it. Any show. Right? When you got Ramsay Bolton out there, Game of Thrones, Ramsay Bolton gets introduced. He killed motherfuckers. He a threat. When you bring the Mountain out there, the Mountain gets introduced. The Mountain kills Oberyn. He's a threat. Any new threat, Tywin Lannister introduces a threat. He kills motherfucker. Get Robb Stark and them out of there. Bruce Bolton, he gets introduced. He kills motherfuckers. Get him out of there. When you introduce a threat, you need to kill somebody to prove that that's what these motherfuckers are. You introduced a creature that's supposed to be worse than the monsters, and they killed nobody of significance. Nobody. So how much of a threat was it really? I mean, it was a cute scene with Boyd in slow motion smashing the box. That was cute. But how did that push the storyline forward? How did it move the story? To me, it just felt like something they threw in there just to make something up. But as the actual story that we said, we learned nothing more about this town this season. What did we learn about this town this season? Anyone in the chat, please tell me. What the fuck did we learn? The poll is 65%. Yes, he should be in the box. 66%. And I agree, he should be in the box. Random. Right? And I'm asking you if you could tell what did we learn about the town? Peter Griffin says, oh yeah. We didn't learn that, Peter. You know I got love for you, Peter. Dude, everyone got to go to the tower and get pushed out the damn window. Is that the way out? That's what we all got to do? I go up that motherfucker like a conga line. We be up in that shit. Do 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 do. Everyone going out the window. I would have threw my kids out that shit head first. I'd be like, boy, wait, you ain't gotta do it. I'll do it for you. Motherfucker, I'll just jump. You ain't gotta push me. So, you know, I don't think that we learned anything about the town itself and its history. What did we learn about the town and its history? Rebel Eric says the weather is changing. Yeah, the weather is changing. You're correct on that, but that's not giving us any knowledge about the town itself. I'm talking about the town. Why is it there? Why does it exist? Who founded it? All this other stuff. The people lived there before. What happened? We got nothing. They didn't give us anything about it. Zero. If you're saying that's a good one, Betray. Let me see what it betray. All right, let's go. Let's go right here. Dre, can we learn Victor's hiding vital information about the past, even from himself? Trauma made for him. We didn't learn that shit. We got a picture of Victor. If that doesn't teach us anything about the town, the question is, what did we learn new about the town that they're in? Learning stuff about Victor is not, it's not about that. We learned Victor had a sister and his mother died. We all knew Victor was hiding shit. We knew that shit. Ain't no one think Victor wasn't hiding shit before this. It was a revelation he had a sister. No one thought that. But we knew his ass was hiding shit. Boyd always said something about Victor. Looking at him, knew he was hiding shit. People like Victor, I'm gonna be honest. You got to smack him around a little bit. You got. It's to the point now. We got to smack Victor around. You got to open up. You over here letting this motherfucker eat 15 cans of peaches every goddamn day. Ain't getting shit. Fuck you and your peaches. You better tell me what you know, motherfucker. Can't just have peaches every day. You cobbler. You don't deserve this shit. Drawing pictures of people when they're sleeping. You need to come clean. You gotta, people like this, you gotta grab them up and smack them around and get the truth out. We gotta take my violin. I'm not saying nothing unless you play. You want me to play this song for you? I'll bust you in your head with this violin. You don't tell me. That's a song I'm gonna play for you. God damn it. Fuck you think this is? Damn, I'm done speaking in codes and shit. Tell me the whole shit. That's what I'm saying, though. I'm saying that they got to do stuff in here and push this show forward. This season's make or break season. Will I be covering it? Of course. Will I be interviewing the actors if they allow me to? Yes, of course. I love them all, and I'm not criticizing any of them. But what I am criticizing is that these writers got to step it up. They do. They got to do better by me. I need something more. They got to do me better than this. I thought it was an okay season. I would think it was a great season. It was okay. But I expected more revelations. The revelation of Hug getting pushed out the window in the end, fine. That I need more. Jade going down there. It took too long for Jade to get in that fucking tunnel. Too long. You should have had Jade in that tunnel by episode 6. Should have been in there by episode fucking 6. We should know mysteries of this tunnel. What do we learn about the tunnel? That the slab rocks there and the children were on the rocks. That's it. It should have gave us the whole thing. If the kids are being sacrificed, it should have gave it to us. Right? Instead, you had Jade running behind Victor like a puppy dog all season. Wait a second. What was it? We learned that there is a male pattern baldness. And what's wrong with bald people, man? You got something against bald people, man? Be sexy, man. Fuck you hair motherfuckers, you hair having motherfuckers. All right? Fuck all y'all with your hair. I'm talking about men only. All right? I'm talking about you men. Fuck y'all male. Yeah, hair having motherfuckers. Fuck you. All right? Bald is beautiful. Manly. Sexy. Bald people rule the world, goddammit. The Attack of the Bald Heads. Onyx, man. Be on that shit. You know I'm having fun. I'm just having some fun. Y'all know I'm fun. Yeah. I'm just having some fun. Y'all know what it is. You got that right, Quan. I ain't scared of you, motherfucker. I ain't scared of you, motherfuckers. You understand? I ain't afraid of you, motherfuckers. Gotta let them know. Again, I hope everyone's doing good. I know it's probably not the stream you signed up for. I know it's a stream you didn't sign up. I know. Maybe you signed up for something different. Maybe you said, "That damn Tony Teflon, what are you doing? You're fucking up everything, Tony Teflon. You're ruining my dreams." I love this stream. I mean, sorry, the Don's got to keep it real. I keep it real. But I love Game of Thrones. But I tell you, the last couple of seasons sucked. Because it did. I'm gonna lie about shit. Some things are facts. That's just what it is. And if denying facts is what gets people in trouble. You can't be stuck in a dream world where you think everything is good when it's not. You got to let motherfuckers know. I love this goddamn show and I want it to continue. You got to do something for me. You got to do something for me, man. I need more. Expect better. I put so many people onto this show, right? So many people, because that's how much I care about the show. Covering this show before all these other motherfuckers jumped on the bandwagon. It was me. All right? And the motherfuckers seen Tony Teflon getting views and shit. And they jumped their ass on there to get views themselves. Right? So facts the way it is. I really did care about the show. I wasn't getting views. When I was doing live streams with Elamar when we first was doing it, we was only getting, what, 50 people on a live stream? On a regular basis? But we still came out every night and did it. Because we liked it. You goddamn right, KP. You goddamn right. So, it just comes down to I care about the show to the point where I want it to work. Want it to work. And there's some and there's some things they gotta tighten up here. Yeah, tighten it up. Like that snapback. That damn snapback. You know what I mean? Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say that snapback, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about when you hear me say that? That snapback. That's snapback. You know what I'm saying? They gotta get that going on there. I don't have I didn't put the phone. Let me see. I can open up the phone line. Anyone want to talk? I'll open up the phone line. Let's see. Let's see. All right, let's go through it.
And by the way, everything that you're saying about from here is 100% correct. Because the writers telling us, yeah, we know how this whole thing's gonna go. We know we have this thing planned out. Don't worry about it, right? We have it planned out. Stick with us. We're gonna give you we're gonna give you this shit. We're gonna give you this shit. You're gonna give it to you raw. We're gonna give you what you want, right? That's what these guys are saying to us. However, I don't. It's like I don't feel like they do. I feel like every episode they're kind of like figuring, like they're kind of still figuring something out episode by episode. Like the whatever ending they have planned seems as though it's been changing episode by episode. Almost like you could watch one episode and you could think, all right, this is where we're going, and you watch two other episodes and you'll think, oh, you know, it's going to up this direction. Like I don't know what these guys are doing, bro. And I want this fucking show to end well. I want Harold to have fucking to win a fucking Emmy. I want all these motherfuckers to win some kind of award for this shit because it's good, but because they're actors on point. So like, dude, answer some of these fucking questions, please.
I agree 100% with everything you said.
Where's Lamar?
You were Elamar, this is the Tony Teflon show, man. God damn it. Elamar was busy this week that she couldn't make it this week and everything. But yeah, I would love to see Harold win an Emmy I would love to see Donna win an Emmy. I would love to see any one of these cast members. I would love for them to win Show of the Year. I would love for all that to happen, but they got to make it happen. It's up to them to do that, right? It's up to them. I want them to. And you can't just go and keep giving me new stuff and you have to give me some. It's a horror show, right? Where was the horror? The girl in the bed all eaten up. We seen it, been there, done that. No one gave a fuck about it. All right, let's take this call.
Call from
Mago.
to accept, press 1.
Mago or the crew, what's going on?
Happiness. If I don't guess this, what's going on? Listen, Tony. This rant of yours is the best. It is the best rant I've ever seen you go on, and I've seen you go on a couple rants. And like speaking pure facts, straight. Like you know what? When I was bringing some of these points up during the season, you guys was like, nah, don't answer it. But now with some retrospect, you kind of get what I was saying. Like, bro, they haven't answered any questions. In fact, they've added more questions. And like, you have no idea what's going on. Nobody does. Nobody has a clue what's going on. I don't even know if this woman, does Jade know that the Colombian woman went down and she actually sees those children from time to time. Does he know that?
I think she did tell him that.
I don't remember. I know she told him about the tunnel, but I don't remember her specifically telling him about
when
this
she
thing with the children.
when she was by the tree and she was getting attacked, and he seen her
Right.
there getting attacked. I think he told
Right.
him then. She told him in the bar that.
I don't. It may have been implied that she told him, but it was not on screen. It was not because I went back in my memory. I checked back on it. I made a comment on it, and then I pulled up the episode real quick and to that scene, and I was like, "Nah, she never said anything about it." So it's weird to me that they're ending this like part of the ending of the show is this thing with these kids being like what do you call it? Sacrificed. But like if he knew about the children, that would make sense. But I don't think he knows about the children. So like it makes even less sense in that way.
I have to check the make. I think he does. I'm not sure, but I do think he does. But if he doesn't, then you're correct, 100%.
So like, but even if he does, like at the end of the day, you're correct. This show has at some point they have to start answering some of these important questions. We need to have an understanding as to who are these people, why are they here, what is here, where is here, and how are they getting out? Like we need to get those, and like if they answer just one of those questions, if we're able to see, like, okay, if we're able to see the alien overlord, who in your mind, Tony, in your mind is an alien here. And by the way, I know why you think there's an alien on this show now. Now that you did that thing about invasion, I completely understand why you think there's an alien on this show. Because the way invasion starts, those first 5 or 6 episodes, it's like up in the air as to whether or not aliens are around or not. And From is giving those same hints as to it might be an alien, but nah. But anyway, invasion is not it. But whatever, leave that alone for now. But what? So Tony, what do you think? You tell me, what do you think needs to be answered? And I'm gonna leave on this note and continue listening to TV. But what are 2 questions do you think that need to be answered by episode number 5 of the 3rd season for this show to get back and stay on track to being one of the better shows ever? That's one question, and then I'm gonna last the second one is with respect to invasion. I think this was boring and slow. First, I haven't watched the first episode of the 2nd season yet, but I will. But with respect to that show, will you start doing some online? Will you start doing stuff on that show? Because like I'll watch it just to bad talk it with you guys. I hate watching just to bad talk it with you on a Wednesday evening or whatever it is. So anyways, answer that question for me. Like I'll watch any TV. Word.
All right. All right. Let me answer these questions. So number one, Invasion. The first season is slow, but the second season isn't, and it does start picking up if you get to, I think, episode 7, 8, 9, 10. It picks up and it starts. But 100% Invasion. When I first watched Invasion, the first season, yeah, a little bit to get past the first couple episodes. It definitely are slow. I agree with that 100%. But when it does pick up, it does pick up good. And now season 2, it's the actual invasion itself, right? So now it's on right there. So that's that. As for what questions I need answered in season 2, I need them to say exactly why these people are in there, why they are trapped in there. They need to figure out what's getting everyone in there. They need to say that. Whether it's a wormhole or whatever, they need to figure out exactly why people are in there. They need to say that and figure that out. I need them to say that without a shadow of a dude. Or a shadow of a dude. I said shadow of a dude. But I was to say shadow of a doubt. And I think that they need to explain the town itself and what's going on here. You know what I mean? I didn't say anything bad about Invasion season 2. I said the actual invasion is happening. The goddamn show is called Invasion. It was bound to happen. You know, so I don't understand what you're talking about there. But yeah, they need to say the town itself, or 100% what's going on with those kids and why it was going on with those kids. They need to figure that out. Those are the two things I think they need to do. You know, you need to find out exactly what's going on with this town and what these monsters truly are that are chasing them. They need to do something. You know what I mean? They have to do something going on. Well, it's hard to see sarcasm and read them on text. That's why I don't like text messages and stuff, because you don't really get them. I always try to tell people to call me. So the text messages can always be interpreted in many different ways. But that's what I would say that they need to do for this show. I would need to see something like that. You know, that's what I would need. So hopefully that they give us something. You know, we'll see. We'll see if that's the case or it's not. But you know, hopefully it is. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard for me to call it and everything else. But I've given you my thoughts on this and everything else. Let me get up out of here. Again, I'm not in my normal spot right now, so you know that's why the camera's off and everything else. So, but I'll be back. Maybe we'll stream again. We'll see if we come back tomorrow night or something like that. We'll see. All right. Thanks for everybody for joining. Sorry if this is not what you expected, but I had to just tell the truth. You know, I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, spread this across the realm, and as always, subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.